What's up, Vibranium Squad? Stand up today, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and the theory I have behind who he's going to fight. But before I start this video, I'll make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and post a comment below and let me know what you think about my theory of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. If you have your own theory, let me know about that. Okay, looking at some of the information about how WandaVision is going to lead into Doctor Strange, one of the theories I did have is that maybe it's going to be House of M style type, where Wanda loses her mind after the Vision and wanted to somehow bring the Vision back to life. I don't know why anybody would like that relationship, but whatever. That was one of the theories I thought about. But another theory I have is that maybe they're going to have a way to introduce the character known as Nightmare. And for all those who do not know who Nightmare is, Nightmare appeared in Strange Tales 110, and he was created by Dan Dicto and Stan Lee, and he was the ruler of the dream world. And for all those who know, the dream world is essentially like if you're dreaming and committing some kind of crime or whatever, he can enter and torment you. And he's fought Spider-Man, Captain America, Hulk, Ghost Rider, but one of his main foes has always been Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider for the most part. And I think how they would introduce him is that they'll probably have him torment Wanda, and during his time of tormenting, he ends up creating his dream world, or maybe he ends up going to a different multiverse where Doctor Strange have to go and stop him, as well as Wanda and Vision and all that. Because normally in Doctor Strange, when he was first created, he had his own set of comics called the Defenders, and during that set of Defenders, he was going around creating ragtags of teams. So you'll have some like Invisible Woman, Wolverine, Spider-Man, all on the same team, and then they'll have to go stop somebody from some different dimension, because for the most part, Doctor Strange fights dimensional type foes or crazy powerful foes. And I can actually see Marvel using Nightmare for that purpose because of the dream world, and he's also part of the Fear Lords and all that. And I can see how with the dream world he can recreate anything in a dream. Like the whole entire time he's going through the multiverse, he may be inside Wanda's head and Wanda's there to help out, or Vision, because my guess would be that they're going to revive Vision. The crazy part is Monica Rambeau is supposed to show up in WandaVision, but I don't know if she's going to be in Doctor Strange. But I do think that this is going to be like a movie version of the Defenders. We did have the Defenders in the Netflix movie, but no one liked that. But I think this is going to be Marvel's version of the Doctor Strange type of Defenders, and where they go through the multiverse to stop Nightmare from destroying reality itself. And like I said, him using a dream dimension, this could all be like somebody going inside someone's head. And I do think that they can do that where something happens and then they all have to go into Wanda's head, and that's where they go through all these different dimensions because it's all in Wanda's head. They could do that, or that's also I would say, or that's another reason that they can bring back Quicksilver, because Quicksilver hasn't been seen since Age of Ultron. So that's another way they can bring him back, by going through the multiverse and probably going to the time where he got killed. And then when they do that, then he could come back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because I do think that they're going to have both of them come back. I shouldn't say both, but they're probably going to have Quicksilver come back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He hasn't been seen in such a long time. But Nightmare actually is truthfully crazy powerful. I think the only person that you could say might be stronger than him, and that's really pushing it, would be Shuma Gorath. And Shuma Gorath, I'll get into him some other time. He's another one of Doctor Strange's most powerful enemy. But I can literally see the cinematic universe using some form of Nightmare to battle Doctor Strange. The other would be Baron Mordru, but he was in the first Doctor Strange, but that's hard to say if they would really go that route with him. They could, and where he goes through the time and disrupt the time barrier, and because he's going through the time barrier, Doctor Strange gather the Defenders, and his version of the Defenders, I should say, and then go out there and try to stop the multiverse from collapsing, which I think we all could figure that Blade will be introduced sometime in the Multiverse of Madness, and it's supposed to be a horror movie, so that's why Nightmare or Shumagorath or those two, but mostly Nightmare is the most logical choice because it's supposed to be written like a horror movie. And like I said, so it's almost like Blade is going to be in the alternated universe, and that's how we get introduced to his character or something like that. Maybe Blade is going to be used as part of Doctor Strange's Defenders to help stop Nightmare, because for all those who don't know, Blade doesn't actually just fight demons. He also fights, not demons, he doesn't just hunt vampires, but he does also fight demons. I said that really backwards, so I apologize for that little mess up. But I could see Blade, Vision, Quicksilver, Doctor Strange all teaming up to fight Nightmare. I actually do think that's going to happen, because I do think that they're going to revive Vision and Quicksilver. Monica Rambeau, I think, is more likely to show up in Captain Marvel 2. Like, she'll show up in WandaVision, but I don't think she's going to play a role in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think during WandaVision, she might end up getting her powers somewhere down the line. In WandaVision, I could be wrong. They might use her, but I could see, like I said, Blade, Quicksilver, Wanda, Doctor Strange, those four taking on Nightmare. Nightmare damn near destroying reality itself, and they're having to find some way to stop him. And during the process, I can see why that would lead into Phase 5, because I think Doctor Strange will lead into Phase 5, or maybe Captain Marvel 2. I'm not really 100% sure, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video. I think that's all I have, because until I get even more information, I'll probably update this and all that when I get more information about where they're going to go with Doctor Strange and stuff. But I do, like I said, I do think that they're going to take a story arc from one of his Defenders and then utilize it into this movie, but then they're just going to change the characters. And then, like I said, the object is to make sure that Nightmare just doesn't take over reality, because Nightmare couldn't go back in time and make himself Lord of Lords, which, now that I think about it, I know I said I was going to end the video, but I just thought about it. That really could happen. I really do think they're going to go that route, now that I'm thinking about it, where he just goes back into time, and then they have to go to each timeline that he went to and rewrite that timeline. That's what I think that they're going to have to do. Go back to the timeline, rewrite everything he's done, and then change the timeline back, which in essence will give us Phase 5 and Phase 6 of Marvel, because now everything is changed back and it's a new timeline where now new characters could be introduced. But if you like my theory, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm ending this video, Vibranium Squad. Just let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later on the next episode of Power Impact Podcast. Peace out.